But so let's talk about the root a little bit, because
Yeah.
when I took all the energy centers in my body and started to open them and balance them and cleanse them, and when I got to the root, um, I realized that I have gone through life up until this point, and I had not had any real contact to the ground below my feet,
No.
because my root was cleansed shut all the time, and the energy was directed upward again, once again, up onto the mind. And then
Yes.
I had this, once I started to progressively relax it, in a systematic way. I got this feeling that it felt like I was falling.
Mm.
And I didn't, because for the first time I realized that maybe I had always been falling, because I didn't have any grounding, to use that word, grounding, connection to the
Mm.
ground or the earth. And it felt like, if you're in a dark room and you have gone down the stairs and you're at the very last stair, but you think that you have reached the bottom. So you take one more step, and then there's all of a sudden this, when you're gasping, because you can feel like now you're going down, and then you're on the ground. So it felt
Mm.
like, okay, if I let go of my root, all that's happening is I'm going to fall into my legs, and then my legs will catch me. Uh,
Mm.
and then I could start to build up strength in my legs as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that also
and the
together
body.
with the breathing, because you need to could breathe from the legs and up.
Yeah,
Mm.
exactly.
So
Yeah.
the breathing is good from the stomach, but you actually need to, like, you cannot see my feet, but you see my hands now, and I'm going down to my feet now, if you can imagine that.
Mm,
I will send you a video
mm.
after also. And then you have to go down and you have to breathe like all the way, like from the feet
Mm,
and up. Mm?
mm.
And that can only do the root chakra connection, both for the yeah,
We get back to the sensuality.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. Sensuality
there were
is
many
about this.
benefits to doing this work, with the stomach and the
Mm,
root. And one of the major benefits was that, all kinds of digestive problems just disappeared. There was just,
mm,
because now the energy was unblocked, and also maybe we can go into, sexuality as well. And so the sexuality was deepened. Yeah, and it wasn't so much, about racing to the finish line, if one can say that. But it became as much about the process, and that's what I heard you say before, about conserving the energy in the body, instead of spilling it
mm.
out of the body.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also one more thing. It's also, from the root, and I had a video about peak experiences and sudden awakenings.
Mm.
And
I will look at that.
what happened for me was that, and it was, I didn't understand it at the time, but it was very much aligned with what was written in the yogic literature in India. But it is this idea that once you have your feet planted on the ground in the world, and you are now an integrous person, then the life force energy can start to flow up the spine from the root, uh, and it can flow all the way up. But now we're just talking about the root in the stomach,
Mm.
and that's also what happened, once all of this clenching became unclenched and became relaxed, and the energy could start flowing, and I don't know if it'll happen for everyone, but I think, yeah, that's the way to, and that leads to a deeper kind of sensuality, because then you also understand that, okay, there is the body, and there is the emotional body as well, but there's also something called the energy body,
Mm.
uh, which is a much deeper layer of the body, and you won't really have any understanding about the energy body before you work with the physical body and start, softening, the physical body, and then, yeah,
Yeah, and
yeah,
and that I do, if people want to open up then you can use sensual massage in two ways. You can working on the sensual, and you can working on open up. And when you open up and you get that kind of sensual massage, you cry and you release everything. Like also as I say,
Release.
there was
Yeah.
an area here. I have
Yeah.
a friend from Denmark, and she was down and visit me, and I was touching her here, the area around the breast, the sitting all
Mm-hmm.
degree from the woman. Was touching
Mm-hmm.
her, and she had born 3 children. And I only
Mm-hmm.
do it for 15 minutes, and you're only using very like soft touch.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
then
Because
when I was doing,
if it's very firm, then it would hurt. You have to be very soft because otherwise it would hurt too much. Yeah.
and it hurts so much. Still, you still do it very
Yeah.
soft. Still
Yeah.
hurts
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
much. So see, in 15 minutes, she screamed, she cried, she was going crazy, like, and she realized so much. And I say, your boyfriend have to keep doing on you so you can release.
Yeah.
But she still
Yeah.
not have released. So I say to her, when I coming home now, I must take 2 days with you to release you.
Yeah. 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 Releasing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And but she will say the pain was worse in born 3 children.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and and
So what?
and they say
How has
it's
your
for born
experiences?
what?
How has your experiences been with the energy body? Did you also have that experience of once you started to open up and release and
Yeah,
everything
yeah, but
that there was this energy underneath this the
yeah.
material? Yeah.
I can feel all myself. I can feel everything. Like I when I receive it, I am like in a 5 dimension or something. First, when I was starting, I was in my normally person, and then I come to the next level, as you say, the emotion. And when I was
Hmm.
getting over that level, when I get the massage, I my body go like anything like, and I
Yeah.
going to somewhere in this universe, like I don't know where I
Oh, so
am.
you went out. You went out of the body.
Yeah, I
Okay.
went
Okay.
completely, and when I
Yeah.
receive it, it feels like I am up over the mattress, like that.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't feel like
In the
going
astral
down.
body.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's really crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, then all of a sudden spiritual phenomena can start to happen once that you become more loose in the body. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, but
but then
yeah. So,
but the
but
problem is, well, yeah, you talk. No, it's you
yeah,
who asked it.
I'm just mindful of the time that I can see that we have one minute remaining. But
Oh, okay,
just to sum up, just to reconnect it to the
yeah,
sensuality
yeah,
topic, that for me that it once you get down into the body, you get down into intimacy and closeness. Whereas when you're in the mind, if you're exiled into the mind, then you are very far away and very abstracted from everything. And it is it for me another word for sensuality is intimacy, in intimate space and closeness, where you're very in everything that's happened. You're not observing it from the outside, but you're flowing into the senses, into the
mm,
body, and living it from the inside from the body and then out, and then yeah, starting to understand this, that sensuality is just normal, integrated part of having a body and being in the world. Yeah, and yeah, so that's exactly how I define sensuality.
I like it. It's very beautiful.